wake up, be blessed. I had to wake up extra early because I thought I was gonna have time to go do drop something off during my morning break, but I'm not. So I'm gonna go now. I want y'all to know something. Whatever is in your heart is in your heart, and never let anger or frustration stop you from doing the right thing. As you look at where you're going in life and what you're going to be in life, don't have anger and hatred in your heart. There's a lot of times people will, I don't know, provoke matters to themselves instead of just letting cooler heads prevail. When you focus on certain aspects of life, you'll see how much better off of a person you're gonna be once you figure it out, right? Hold on, y'all, because I got these laws in front of me. So let me put y'all on this stick. There y'all go. So right now, I woke up and first of all, I woke up hella early. That's one. But I always keep my word. If I say you're gonna have something, you're gonna have it. If I tell you when, you're gonna have it. But one thing about me that I learned is that I can't control a narrative that doesn't concern me. I'm controlling this narrative because it concerns me. Like, your word is everything. The other day, I was sitting down, and one of my closest friends, he calls me, and he tells me what he's going through, and I clearly looked at him and said, "You got to figure it out." Because one thing about it is that you can give somebody the best advice in the world. If they not gonna follow it, you basically talking to dead air. So what I decided was that I was going to let him try to figure out what he's going through, and if it's really that serious, you have to make a final decision in your life. I sat down and explained this because as grown-ups, we have to really realize that if it doesn't make sense to us, it doesn't make sense to us. I can't see who's on the screen right now. Welcome in. It's kind of hard to drive and look over. If you focus on what's important, right? Social media isn't real life, y'all. I don't know how to explain this to people. It's not real life. Social media should never be to the point where your relationship is on the line because you're spending too much time on social media. And if your partner is telling you that you are spending too much time, you might want to give your partner's feeling some consideration. And he was just like, I think he felt like it was almost being taken away from him because that's what he does. He's an influencer. Oh man, I wish I knew this was blocked off. This was a waste of time. So as he began to tell me like why, and I guess like for me it was like, let me tell you something, man. Like, I get it, you like to do the whole social media thing, but if it's taken away from what's important at home, you're doing it too much, right? And I try to explain to him, like, why not encourage her to start her own channel? Why not encourage her to go out there and you know, engage, as they call it, with people on social media? Like, now, there are rules to it, because I remember, like, when I would engage with audiences and I had my relationship, that my girl would get upset, like, because, like, oh my God, you're talking to people on there. And I was like, yo, let me engage with you to show you, like, start your own channel and let me show you how to build your audience. Because you don't want to be selfish. You don't want to be like, oh, I'm telling you to do this, and then all of a sudden your audience is growing. Now, are you going to get flirt? Yeah. You're going to get hit on? Yeah. Do that no matter what, right? You don't take it out on the person you're with. You're supposed to trust the person you're with. And I think, like, for him, like, there's a lot of women on his page. They shoot their shots, but he lets it be known, look, I'm in a relationship. Those are the key factors, though. You gotta understand, like, there's gonna come a moment where it's not gonna matter, right? But up until that moment, it matters. So you gotta reassure women, you gotta reassure the man, you gotta reassure the woman, right? And it's like that because life is too short. Life is too short, y'all. Like, if you don't compromise, and that's all it is, it's a compromise and it's an understanding, you'll lose everything. When I was telling him this, he had this look on his face like, I just told her that. But yeah, you said it, but you ain't show it. You ain't put no action behind it. When you show a person, like, hey, look, this is all it is, boom, 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 invite them to your page. I used to go work out, right? I still work out. I just haven't been in a few days. I would work out, and my girl walked through the video. Good, right? It was like that for me. I didn't care that she was in the video because, one, this is social media. The key word is social. And there was times, like, she'd be on her page, I'd go in there and look, crack jokes, because there's nothing to hide. Yes, are people going to try to get at you? Even if you show them you're in a relationship with somebody, guess what? They're going to still try to shoot their shot. Still. Right? But you got to be the respectable person. You got to know, like, what it is that you bring to the table. They got to know that you're the honest person on the other end with them. So for me, I'm always looking at the bigger picture. Like, is it worth an argument? Is it worth a fight? No. But you don't spend so much time on social media that you don't spend reality time with the person you're with. You don't do that. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. Like, you can't be in the room with them while they're recording. Something's wrong. It's cool, like, hey, get up, go take a shower. While you getting dressed, you want to go on social media. Like, not while you're getting dressed, like while you're getting ready. You want to go for a little bit, but don't let that be the reason why you're late. I've been telling people a long time, like, life is short, bro. It's short. And you gotta be focused. I remember one video not too long ago, I said that when you're in a relationship and you have like a baby daddy or a baby mama, you shouldn't let anything come in between the agreement y'all two got, which is your kid's mom or your dad's mom. And you should never let anything come in between that. Let me clear up the air on what I meant when I said that. I meant, like, whatever keeps it peaceful for the kids. It doesn't mean the person you with don't come before the person you have kids with. That's not what that means. That just means whatever's peaceful for the kids. Like, you don't want the kids to see anger, energy that's unmatched, right? So I had to clear that up because it was brought to my attention, and I'm glad it was brought to my attention because as a man, like sometimes we talk, like we'll say whatever comes up, right? Now let me explain something else to y'all. When you're worried about somebody and you're concerned for somebody, and I mean really worried for them, not in the sense they gonna hurt themselves or nothing, but when you're worried for them in a sense of you've come a long way and you're acting like this way, you should be able to talk to that person. But when they see it, the same thing in you doing, you gotta accept that too. Because sometimes, like, we don't see what we're doing. Sometimes we're so wound up in us that we forget about others. I used to tell my best friend this all the time. Best friend had a great woman, great woman. She would iron his clothes, fold them, like his dinner be ready when he came home, all that, great woman. And I told him, I said, say man, tell her you appreciate her, dog. He was like, what? Yeah, just tell her, hey baby, I appreciate you. And one day he went in there and told her, hey baby, I appreciate you. And she started crying. I'm standing there while she's crying. And he just asked her, why are you crying? She said, because sometimes I feel like you don't appreciate me and I'm not good enough. And my homeboy said to me, well, he said, let me tell you something. And he started crying. He said, you're my world. Everything I got revolves around us. Now he got that from me. Like, stole my slogan that I would tell my girl. But I understood that he meant it in a good place, you know what I'm saying? And then I turned and I was getting ready to walk out the door and he was like, thank you, man. The reason why he said thank you to me was not because of what I just told him to tell this girl, but because I was walking out the door. Mind you, we was about to do music and record. I walked out the door because there was something more important. And he didn't have to tell me, hey man, we'll just do this another day. You got to be able to read signs. So when he called me the next day he called me. He was like, hey man, I'm sorry. I'm like, yo, you don't got to say you sorry, fam. I go, our woman is our key. Like, our woman is the person that holds it. Like, when we're not doing well, our woman will treat us like a baby type shit. They'll rub our head. They'll look at us as if like, is that you're gonna not? A woman won't even ask you, are you okay? She'll grab you and give you a look of everything's gonna be okay. Like, I love when my woman would just come and just lay on me, and wouldn't say anything. She would just lay on me, even if it was for like a few seconds. Or maybe like a minute. At that moment, like, I felt like we were like connected all over again. Because she didn't say anything. And then when you get that kiss, love it. Men, stop trying to be so machismo. When that happens, let your guard down, bro. Let it down. Women love to have their hair like rug. They love that shit. They gonna probably fall asleep while you do it, but that's cool. But they love that. Why? Because it takes them back to a place where they were at peace. It takes them to a place of, I don't have to worry about nothing right now because the person that's rubbing my head is really the person that loves me unconditionally. I hear a lot of men like, man, my woman and me, we argue so much, bro. Man, you arguing for the same reason, but y'all are not giving the same result. Like, I used to argue all the time. We used to argue. We wanted the same thing. We were just saying it differently. Until we sat down and were like, let me give this conversation a chance. Hey, this is what's bothering me. And it goes like this. When you're done saying what's bothering you on your side, you got to give her the chance to tell you what's bothering her on her side. It can't just be, okay, I said what I had to say, I'm good. No, that ain't how that works. I sit down and I've listened. Like, I'm a 49-year-old man, and I'll say that proudly. When you listen, you learn a lot. When you listen, I always say, stop using other people's words and posting other people's problems or solutions, and post because it's worse than not telling a person how you feel because you're afraid an argument's going to transpire. That's when you know the relationship's going to die. I tell people, if I'm able to stand by you during your time of weakness, you can stand by me during my time of weakness. Like today, not just today, but every day, I work late. I help children after school program, and it's an amazing accomplishment for me because my heart is in it. Yeah, like some days when I'm sitting there, I'm like, some of these kids are tone deaf. They can't hear the note. But we gonna fix that. I never give up, right? That's how a man feels. He wants somebody that's never gonna give up on him. You know, like, he gets treated well, he'll give you, a man will risk his life for the person he loves. If he feels like he's valid, and if he feels like he's validated, and if he feels like he's valued. I used to always hear people, man, I know my worth. I know my worth. So what? So does the rest of the world. Well, what a man won't do is, like, if you're being promiscuous online, he'll give up on that because he doesn't want every man to see what belongs to him. He won't. Like, he won't even try to tough that shit out. No matter how much he loves you. Same thing with a woman. Like, if you're out there with your shirt off and you showing off, yeah, you worked out, great. But that belongs to your girl. That don't belong to the world. Unless she in the video with you. A lot of y'all don't have that value. Y'all don't have that respect. Because, like, you're trying to figure out sexy all over again. When you're already beautiful, you're already sexy. You don't gotta figure it out again. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't know how to handle being cute. Like, real talk. Like, I seen a bunch of dudes who were like, oh man, look how I looked in high school. I wasn't the cutest. But now they grown and they look better than they did in school. But sexy not on the outside, that's on the inside. Being cute ain't on, like, okay. Like, look at the dudes and girls that was cute in school and look at them now. They don't look the same. Being sexy and cute is something that you got on the inside of you, who you are as a person. And when you look at a person like that, you gotta say, am I willing to do everything in my power to make sure that person's happy? Yes, you are. But are they willing to do the same thing for you? See, for me, I love loving. Like, if you're a real man, you don't gotta be faking it. If you love loving, oh my God. Like, I wouldn't care if my woman came in there just sweaty from the gym, and she gives me a hug. I could have just took a shower. She come and give me a hug. You know what? Because I love loving. And what ends up happening is 9 times out of 10, a man doesn't understand, like, yo, why did she just do that? Because you didn't pay attention to what was really going on. She wanted to let you know, even though you just took a shower, are you willing to take another one for her or with her? Sometimes you just get in the shower and you ever had a woman wash your back? And you wash her back? Man, that hit different. It hits different. There's no sexual activity as penetration, but there's a sexual activity as your mind is focused on each other. Y'all just hug each other, y'all kiss in the shower, y'all just be chilling. That's different. That's a different level of commitment. Yes, y'all, like, we're gonna all go through something. We're gonna all go through it. But can we get through it together is the question. And you gotta be prepared for nonsense. You gotta be prepared for haters. As long as y'all not cheating on each other, disrespecting each other, like, y'all straight, man. Like, that's the thing of life, man. Are you willing to go that extra step that it's gonna take to be the person that person can count on? They going through something. Like me, I gotta get my knee scoped, but there's a bigger surgery coming that I'm focused on and willing to engage in. You know what I'm saying? It's different when you know, like, you know what, this, and this, but this is more important. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got every roadblock off around these parts, bro. Good Lord. So, like, for me, I gotta be at work in like 30 minutes, right? But I took an extra 30 minutes to wake up early to do something that I said, because I know they need this. I took an extra time to get up. Let me drive all the way over here, do what I gotta do, and drive all the way back. I'm gonna make it, but it shows you the level of commitment that I'll have, or that I do have. A dang lean back. And that's all it is. Like, you just want that level of commitment, that level of understanding. You don't want to be, you don't want to be selfish, bro. And that's the thing. Even ladies, man, stop being selfish to you. Like, always looking for a reason to argue. Like, you're gonna lose. You might think you won the battle, but you're gonna lose the war. Even if you get with a new guy, guess what's gonna happen? And this goes for men too. Eventually, the real you will come out. You can only fake it so long. So that's all it is, y'all. Like, and for me, I never really worry about nothing because it don't really concern me like that. Hold on, let me just take this and leave this. Leave this real quick. I almost forgot to put this damn thing in park. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me a second. All right. Did what I said I was gonna do. So now I can go. I gotta get to work, though. I'm sure I like these people's cars. Shit. I like the new car. The new car lets you know when you finna mess up, but you can still make it. But yeah, that's all it is, man. So, like, for me, this week has been, well, the last 2 weeks really has been like a different change for me, and I know that it's gonna get better for me, like, in time. Like, I don't go out, y'all. Like, when I go somewhere, I go to like a little spot, and then I chill, and then I'm gone. But this weekend, like, I like this little spot, and I'm gonna go. I'm staying the night down there, so I don't have to like worry about coming back, because I plan on having a good time. Even if I gotta have a good time by myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going because, like, I deserve this. Something a very important person to me once said was, you're always on a time frame. You always want to look at the time. Like, let's stop looking at the time and let's just enjoy it. We don't have any responsibilities. We don't have to go to work the next day. You know what I'm saying? A very important person told me that. And now I'm listening to it. Like, you know what? Right. So I'm on that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So So I'm just enjoying right now, y'all. I'm tired as a motherfucker. Another thing is like if you don't get enough sleep, like if you're just up because your brain is racing, that's bad business. Let me see who on here real quick. Let me see a couple people. Say Expert, what's up? How y'all doing? Sorry y'all, but I've been driving, so I can't really see everybody's name here. But I'm good though, yo. Like your word is your bond, you know what I'm saying? So always have that. I'm gonna have to stop at a store and get me a banana though. It's one thing about it, man. I hate like, so I bet people don't know, like I found out I was diabetic like maybe longer. And I really enjoy like the journey of getting healthy to get back to where I was at. And I was 298 pounds. I weigh 240 right now. I was a big boy, but I stand 6'5", so it didn't look that big. And I'm telling myself like, damn, you've come a long way, my boy. You've come a long way. You know what I'm saying? Because like there was a time like I was so big, like I didn't. You know you big when your knees hurt. For men, we have a rule about how do you know you're too fat and all this. When you look down and you can't see your homeboy you grew up with, that's when you know you're too fat. I wasn't all the way there, but I was getting there. So now it's the workout, it's the process. I love it. I love being in the gym. I just haven't been like these last few days because I've been working. By the time I get out of work, I'm tired. But I gotta like cut that out. I'm just doing this after school program for this year. This music thing. Because I want to go and have a life. Like I want to work, but I don't want to work overwork. And I'm learning new stuff at my job and stuff like that. But anyway, back on track. So I had found out I was diabetic, and I didn't understand what it meant. It was like you're not controlling your cholesterol, your sugars are out of whack, your A1. I didn't know what an A1C was. I didn't know what none of that shit was. All these years, right? I'm not knowing what it was. They're like, yo, we need you to lose some weight. And I got a doctor, like, she from New York. She don't sugarcoat nothing. Like, she said, you fat. She bottom line that shit quick. Yo, you fat. Let me sit and play with you, fat boy. Little chubby wub. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it together. Let's get you on the Mediterranean diet. Let's get you on it. And I'm talking my liver, everything, right? So they had found like a little mass on my liver, but they were like, look, it's not big enough for us to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna control this shit. You gotta stop eating all that processed food. I said, I don't eat no processed food. I'll show you how slow my ass is. You go to Wendy's and McDonald's, yeah, that's processed food, fool. Like I got doctors that just like harsh. Like, god damn, no, really? You don't talk to me like that while I go to jail. But I needed that reality check. Because the person you with, your significant other, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you with, you know, they'll say, oh, you look, I love the way you look. You're so full. No shit, you got me full. You got my ass full than a motherfucker. Boy, look at me. Hey, look, I'm walking around thinking I'm one of the flyest people on the planet. I ain't got no neck. I'm like, if I showed y'all a picture, man, oh my God, I'm looking like the clump. But I think I'm fly. I'm like, no neck, just, you know what I'm saying? Now look at, I'm not feeling my best right now. You heard me. And so I started taking it serious. Started going to the gym. I didn't change my eating habit. I just changed my eating ways. So I went to the gym, got me a Gold Gym membership. Started working out, boom, started going to the park and walking, which I need to get back on the park because the outside element is better than the inside element. Started walking, boom, feeling wonderful. lost the weight, stopped going to the gym for a few days, go to a few days. Now I gotta get back on my schedule. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Because I love being in the gym. I love it. It makes me feel complete. And I realized, like, if I would have did it then, my knees wouldn't be so bad now. Like, I tore my MCL during a basketball. I'm gonna show you how gangster it is, your body. So when they say when you're younger, your body heals faster. And that might be true, but mine be healing, or I think it be healing. And I really be like, okay, I'm healed. Back on the court. Not knowing that I'm doing way more damage than good, right? So I tore my MCL. They were like, we can go do surgery, or we can try to let it heal on its own, but it did a partial tear. It didn't tear all the way through. So it doesn't make sense, because we would have to go in there and pray that we can do this. That I said, oh no, hell no. But because I'm hard-headed and I don't know when to sit down, it becomes an issue for me, because I love playing ball, yo. Like, but now I'm like, yo, sit down, B. Sit down. Because like when a doctor tells you, like, you can sit down this way or you can be in a wheelchair, because you ain't listening. I'll sit down for a little bit. I still go out there and shoot some jumpers. I'm just not putting all the extra and stuff, like trying to. But that's all it is. I'm learning new things. Like, I want to start some gardening shit. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds kind of feminine as hell, boy, but I want to do some, like, build a garden and just like start planting unnecessary shit, like zucchinis and shit I ain't gonna never eat, but just to say I did it. That's why I'm going back to college, to finish up my degree, because like anything that I've ever started, I've always finished, and my college degree is the only thing that's eluding. And I think that when you're truly invested in something, you gotta be truly invested in it. Whoa, buddy. Y'all live in Texas, y'all understand how they drive down here. Like right now, it's not raining, it's hot as hell. And guess what they doing? Driving slow as hell. Guess what's gonna happen when it rains in a couple of days? They gonna be driving fast as hell. Crashing and shit. These dyslexic motherfuckers down here. Like straight up. So I also got like invited to come and do a show. I get invited a lot. I just turn a lot of these things down because I really be feeling like I'm too old for this. But I got music online and shit. But if y'all go look at Carter the Boss, not the, like dumbass, you know what I'm saying? D-A, the Boss. Carter the Boss. Y'all find me on all social media, all social platforms. And I get invited to go do shows here and shows there, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Now there's a couple of them I'm gonna say yeah to, because I really want to go do them. But they benefit me, you know what I'm saying? Because like there's one out of town where there's a beach, so after I perform, I can go get in the water. You know what I'm saying? So it benefits me. I'm not gonna do shows where I gotta get up and then leave right after the shows, just because we used to do that. Like we used to go do shows far, turn around and drive all the way back home. I'll be tired as shit when I get home. I'm like, hell nah. So now if I'm like in certain places, I'll be like, yo, just get a room. It all depends where it's at. Like if I'm in Crystal City or something like that doing a show, I'm leaving. I'm not sticking that out. Like it could be 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, give me a Red Bull. I'm not sticking. Because I'm gonna tell you what, they break in your car and they'll break in the room. Like they're so close to the border, they'll come and try to get all your shit. Like hell no. As soon as the show's over, security walk us to the car. Like I'm not sticking this one out. No. Like right now I gotta run to the store now, get a banana, grab 2 cases of water because it's my turn to buy a case of water for work. And make it do what it do, you know what I'm saying? A lot of changes happening too in my life, so like I've been worried about my uncle in New York. I'm probably gonna have to take this trip I'm trying to hold off because June 19th, the big thing is happening. So I already took the day off for that. But after that, I gotta make sure that my uncle is alright. My Uncle John is a funny motherfucker for real. Like, he funny. Don't have no girlfriend on the phone, but this month he about 70 some years old and be still trying to mac. Like, boy, that boy be trying to get his mac on. What's y'all sweet thing? Yo, you got a girlfriend, don't have a from my uncle, man. Like, my uncle like Usher, like, don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. My uncle be like, sweet thing, what's going on with you, girl? What you doing with that boy right there? That boy don't know nothing about you, girl. You a whole course meal right there. Uncle John is funny than a motherfucker, man. And I love him, man. I love him. Like, I know he gonna pass away soon or whatever, man, but I love that man, dude. He bought me my very first suit that I ever wore. I still got the pants. No, they cut the pants. I got the jacket. And he was just like, yo, nephew, if a bird fly by you, you know what that mean? I said, nah. He waiting to come back around to shit on me. Like, he just got little sayings, bro. Like, and I'll be like, what that got to do with anything, huh? Man, focus on what I'm saying to you, boy. I'm giving you this game for free. I'm like, man, I could have did without that one, my boy. You know, but he always tell you, listen to what you saying and say what you mean. So that's why I live by that. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's 5:12. I made it back over here in 7 minutes. Okay. But that's how it is, man. And sometimes I'll be talking to some of my friends and I find myself like just like saying little stupid stuff like, look, man, if you slide in through the back door, you're going to leave out the front door with splinters in your feet. You know what I'm saying? In other words, that means stop being sneaky. You know what I'm saying? That's all that means. I had a guy tell me, like, mechanic, you say, listen to me, Young Carter. That's what they used to call me, Young Carter. I'm like, what's up? If it's broken, if your stuff is broken, right, ain't no shit in the can gonna fix it. Because, you know, we all gonna get anything, like, fix a flat for a little leak instead of just go get the whole thing fixed. Like, man, if it's broken, ain't no shit in the can gonna fix it, Young Carter. And I'm like, all right. And R.I.P. to my mechanic that passed away. That knowledge that he dropped on me, that little gem of I live by that. Like, I'll be like, man, look at you, little boy. Look at you. You see your shoes? Them shoes tore up from the floor up, boy. Ain't no shit in the can gonna fix that. That mean ain't no tape. You can put all the tape you want on that bottom of that shoe, boy. That shit's still broken. It's time for some new ones. And let me give y'all some game. A shoe is just a name on the shoe, Jordan. I don't care if it's Jordan, Jordache, whatever. A name on the shoe is what you paying for. The shoe's still a shoe. I see LaMelo Ball shoe on TikTok. Like, for sure. I'm like, okay. He ain't worried about the money. He already secured the bag. So, kids, understand, like, when your parents are, stop asking for retarded shit. Stop being like, yo, I need a Dooney, a Gucci, a Burberry, a Birkin. You don't need none of that shit because you're going to outgrow all of it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody must have said something. TikTok, YouTube is filtered or something. And I got some family members over here on my YouTube channel because they said, man, we can't find you on Facebook. Man, I don't do Facebook. I ain't been on Facebook since 2022. Like, I know a lot of people like, man, you ain't been on Facebook in years. Yeah, I don't do Facebook, bro. Because I noticed, like, you on Facebook, you start living other people's lives, man. Like, hell nah. They probably become your problem. And you don't even know them. You dig. So I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm on my site right here. Come over here. You want to hang out with the boss, you got to come over here. Hang out with me over here. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't do Facebook, dog. I don't know how y'all still do it. Facebook to me was like, it was cool when it was cool. And then it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking everybody, like, I don't know. A lot of y'all, like, y'all just miserable people on Facebook, man. Like, I used to be on there and see people just talk about the same thing over and over. I'm like, so nothing good ever happens in your life? Nothing? Nah, bruh. I don't need that shit. No, 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 no. I go back to MySpace before I do Facebook. Like, real shit. I can't do it. And I'm the type of person, like, if you're on social media, y'all just keep in mind that if if you have kids, grandkids, whatever, right? Eventually, when you die, those videos still stay. So you got to be careful on what you say. Like, I'll say some shit on here, no one, and I know like one day my grandkids will see it, but I got to be able to say, can I live with what I'm saying? There's some videos that I've deleted because like it was way too aggressive. Like, I had on there and I'm a clear. I want to say I wasn't being disrespectful, but I was trying to make it clear that you can't. We'll talk about that later on the time because I don't want to drag it out. I don't want to drag it out. As a mother who has a like, I respect that. I don't have to like it, but I respect it. So we'll discuss that today on the Carter Podcast. Y'all tune into the other page I got because I got to build that one up. It's called the Carter Podcast. Yeah. So he was offended. The dude was offended, and once I spoke my piece, he was like, "Oh," because I think people think that everybody homophobic. Like, in this day and age, I'm from New York. Like, we got everything there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really be on no different type of bullshit. Come on, man. If you going, dog, like, you over here walking like you going a security job, what? Y'all give me a second. What's this saying? Where you from? Where you from? I'm from New York, but I'm in San Antonio, Texas right now. That's where I stay. 210. I'll be right back. Let me grab a banana real quick. I'm back, y'all. Hold on. Let me grab these 2 cases of water real quick. Damn, I didn't even know I had all this shit in here. Let me get this up out of here, man. Let me get this up out of here. All right, y'all. I'm back. Thank y'all for toughing it out with me, man, this morning, man. Y'all rolled with me all the way across town, all the way back across town to the stove. You know, y'all some real ones out here, man. Y'all some real ones. Man, thank y'all for riding with me, man. How long we been on here? About 45 minutes or so. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I had to grab these waters, man, because like we take turns, like between me and Miss Virginia at work. She an older lady. I realize they be helping themselves. Saying something real quick, make it do what it do. That, man, this has been a beautiful morning, man. Now I'm off to work to actually get work done. And get it popping. And hey, let me tell y'all something too. I'm learning so much at work. I swear. I'm learning everybody that you loyal to ain't loyal to you. I'm learning that too. Like, I was trying to help somebody get a job, man, and before they could even get the job, the bullshit was already starting. I was like, let me throw the towel in. Let me throw the towel in on that, because it's different. Like, when you're trying to help somebody, man, make sure that you help them from the heart, man, because it's a good possibility they're going to talk shit about you, and they don't realize the other person on the other end is recording the conversation. So, like, when they lie and they replay it to you, and you're like, did I really just let you try to play me for a second time? Like, nah, bro. So now I don't help people. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, for sure. Like, I'm in a good space. I'm in a good space, and that's what it is. What this guy's oh yeah, everything okie dokie out here. You know what I'm saying? But I've been in a good place, man. I've been on my spiritual journey. When I say spiritual journey, I mean like a real journey of just understanding consequences and things of that nature. Like, they asked me to do this after school program at work, and I was like, oh, okay, I love it, I'll do it, da da da. And then I realized, like, when I look at my paycheck, like, they must hold like a week, and then they give you the rest. So I won't see if it's not the same by my next paycheck, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, because I can make way more money outside of work. You know, people pay me to come and like record them and stuff like that, because they can't afford studio time, and I'm the cheapest one in the city. And I'm making with them what I probably make driving. So I'm like, nah, bruh. But I love it though. I ain't gonna hold you. But I know my limits. I know I'm not doing this after the school year ends. That's it. I'm not doing this. They can come to me and, hey, Carter, we went to school stuff. No. I'm not gonna do it, because I want to be out of work at least by 5 o'clock from now on. Like, if I'm in there at 5, I want to be out by 5. I want to be able to spend time. I want to have what they call a solid relationship foundation. So this is gonna be it. I'll take these next couple weeks, but after that, I'm going straight over there and, hey, 5 o'clock, I need to be done. Unless I have and I have to pull a Saturday or something, that I understand. But other than that, during the week, I want to be off work. I want to go home. That's it. Oh, all right, I'm see. Look. How's it down? Am I the first one? Hold on. I might be here. I was getting ready to be like, how am I the first one? Nah, I ain't the first one. Damn. My boy Javito beat me to work. Damn. You beat me to work. Damn. Oh, you just got here. You ain't beat me to work. You just got here. You just barely opening up that gate, boy. I see you trying to open that gate, boy. Little young whippersnapper. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all. Follow me. I'll follow y'all back, man. Let's keep building up. You know what I'm saying? But I got to get these kids to school. All right, peace. One love.